What one word could I use to describe this game? Well, if there was a word I'd use, it would probably be... Blowfish! Yeah, that's a little in-joke between me and some friends. If I was going to use an actual proper word, it would be enjoyable. Now, I know what some of you are probably going to say at this point. This game? Enjoyable? How can you say such a thing when it is clearly a knockoff of the clearly superior Mario Kart series? I thought that too when I first saw the release trailers. But as the old saying goes, never judge a book by its cover. Now, of course, this is a cartoony combat racer, so if you're more into something like Ridge Racer, then this game isn't for you. Everyone else? Stay a while and let me tell you more. If I have to be totally honest with myself, I actually enjoy this game more than I do the Mario Kart series. I find myself picking up and playing this game when I can't think of anything else to play. I think it's more to do with the fact that all the tracks and races are from different games from Sega's back catalogue, rather than being just one set of characters and locations from the same game series. Although, I think if Nintendo tried to do the same thing, it really wouldn't be Mario Kart anymore, but rather Super Smash Bros. Kart, and I don't think it would have the same effect. If it isn't clear by now, I am going to be making a lot of comparisons between this game and the Mario Kart series, which is obvious considering this game was probably made in order to try and compete with it. Even though they dropped out of the console market all those years ago, it still seems Sega and Nintendo have their little rivalry going on. The handling of the karts is pretty simple and they respond very well, but there is a greater degree of player skill needed in this game. Turbo starts at the start of a race need to be timed correctly in order to get the best start, and corner boosts can be maintained through multiple turns, meaning that you can build up a more powerful boost for when you ultimately stop drifting. Also, the tracks sometimes change during each lap, so you have to constantly keep an eye on where you're going. Each racer you get in this game comes with their own basic set of stats, but can be changed to better suit your playstyle through various mods, which can be unlocked by leveling up. This does mean that you have to play with a character that you aren't used to for a short period of time, but by then you've identified what mod you hope that they'll unlock that you can better suit your tastes. You earn experience for leveling by pretty much doing any race or event in the game, and it is earned based on your driving, skill with weapons, and your finish position. One unique thing that this series does employ is the use of a slot machine mechanic before each race, giving special bonuses during the next event. In order to use it, you have to collect tokens, which are either found on the racetrack or dropped by opposing racers when hit with a weapon. The rewards you can get range from having a full boost when you start, gaining a weapon or shield each lap, or losing less speed when hit by weapons. While this can be handy during some of the harder modes in single player, it can be a bit of a nuisance during multiplayer matches. The single-player modes in both this game and Mario Kart offer you your standard tournament and time trials, but All-Stars Racing offers you an option for single races, which seems to keep going missing from several Mario Kart titles. There is also an option called World Tour Mode as well. This gives you a series of challenges that span across several areas, ranging from simple races to drift challenges, and a few unique ones such as Traffic Attack and Pursuit, which involves you chasing down a large tank and shooting missiles at it. Mario Kart DS did something similar, but the series hasn't used that mode since then, and the missions weren't that memorable. The multiplayer offers your usual array of different game modes, and is playable both local and online. There is also your bog-standard ranking system, so you'll always be against other racers of a similar skill level. One thing I love about this game is that when it comes to selecting the next track, you're always given 3 to vote from, so you don't get that problem like you do in Mario Kart where everyone keeps choosing Rainbow Sodding Road every round. In terms of game modes, there are certainly a lot more than in single player, but I feel that is to be expected. There are some really interesting ones as well, such as a capture the flag style game mode. That I've never seen before in a racing game, and it works surprisingly well. As I've stated already, what really makes this game stand out for me is the variation of track styles and themes that you get throughout this game. While the tracks are as bright and colourful as they are in the Mario Kart series, these tracks just feel more visually pleasing. In the Mario Kart series, no matter how original the track is, you always know you are on a track that is set in the Mario universe, and so will the next track you will race on. For All-Stars Racing, you could be racing on a Sonic-themed track for your first race, then go on to a Samba de Amigo track next, then jump to the Afterburner series, and then finish off with Panzer Dragoon. I guess I just enjoy the knowledge that if I don't enjoy one series of tracks, I always have another set I can enjoy, rather than being stuck with the same series for the entire session. Now, despite everything this game does right, it does do something wrong, and it can really affect the gameplay, and that is to do with the weapons. The weapons in this game don't seem to do much other than deal with the opponent that is directly in front of you or those behind you. There is only one weapon that will actively deal with more than one racer at a time, and that is the swarm weapon. This basically dumps several large wasps in front of the leader racer and do slow you down quite a bit when you hit them, but they can be easily avoided on some sections of the track. If there's one thing I've noticed with these weapons is that they're more designed around maintaining your lead rather than trying to disrupt or catch up with the person in first place. Sega seem to have taken the more drastic opposite approach to weapons by having too few that don't affect those out in front of you, in comparison to the Mario Kart series, which has several weapons that can screw you over. I know this may sound weird, but this game badly needs its own blue shell. It's clear that they can still add new stuff to the game, as they released a new racer for it some time ago. Something as simple as a super drone that can fly over other races and considerably slows down the person in first place when it hits would be a great addition. This may sound like a small nitpick, but you get situations where players can quite often finish up to 30 seconds ahead of the next racer, given the lack of first place target weapons. Another racing game, outside of the two that I've mentioned, that I feel needs to be brought up, is the PS1 game Speed Freaks, or Speed Punks for you American viewers. This game had a pretty well balanced set of weapons. There were enough weapons that could be used for close-range takeouts, and the super weapons were limited in number, and didn't get constantly dropped like they do in the Mario Kart series. Most of the weapons were used for short-range attacks, rather than trying to maintain a lead like in All-Stars Racing. There is one last minor nitpick I would like to bring up, and that is about their choices for characters. Shogun, Willimus, and General Winters I can understand being on the roster, but Football Manager? I'm sorry, but why the hell is this guy on the list? He's not even a real character! In conclusion, this is an enjoyable game that is just as much fun in single player as it is in multiplayer. It does so many things better than the Mario Kart series, I just can't help but like it over the latter. Plus, it has a pretty decent soundtrack too. You may want to call it a knockoff because it looks like a Mario Kart clone, but I would give it a try. You'll be pleasantly surprised.
Seguimos cantando, seguimos bailando. Es un día de carnaval, lleno de felicidad. Low pitch, low pitch, low pitch. Low pitch, low pitch, low pitch, low pitch, low pitch, low pitch, yes, low pitch, 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 low pitch.